Hi everyone, welcome again to my YouTube channel. It's Rasogo speaking. So I just wanted to give you guys an update on the pairs that I've analyzed for this week, whereby I found opportunities to buy and sell on, even though they are not on my watch list, but I did analyze them for the sake of the members in my analysis group and my mentorship group. Okay, so I just wanted to share some of them with you guys. Okay, so I selected a few pairs from the analysis that I've sent in the group, so I will share some with you. So the first one that we'll check is USDZAR. As you can see, currently I'm on the USDZAR chart. Like I said, first thing first that you do, always perform top-down analysis on your approach. Okay, so as you can see, currently I'm on USDZAR monthly time frame. I'm on USDZAR monthly time frame. So we'll firstly check where the price is currently rejecting from on USDZAR. So as you can see here, USDZAR is currently rejecting from this hidden monthly supply zone around this area here. As you can see, the very same supply zone had the first reaction, second reaction, third, fourth, and so on. Okay, so as you can see, price has been dropping the past 2 to 3 months. Has been dropping from the very same supply zone here. Okay, so we can say that USDZAR is currently in a bearish downtrend, which means USDZAR is currently falling. Okay, it's dropping. So on the monthly time frame, we can say that it's bearish. We'll go to our weekly time frame so that we can check. So on the weekly time frame, you can see that the price is currently rejecting from this weekly supply zone. You can see that the price is currently rejecting from this weekly supply zone, and it's currently within this significant demand zone here, which shows us that it's weak. So you can see that it's been weakening due to multiple reactions on the zone. Like you can see here, we had a rally-based rally demand zone, and this was the first reaction, and this was the second reaction, third reaction, and this is the fourth reaction. So which means this zone here, it's weak, so it's likely to break, which means the price is likely to break out of this zone here, which means you should expect the price to continue dropping further up until this fresh weekly demand zone here, which looks beautiful with the engulf here. So you can see that this is the only fresh weekly demand we have currently closer to the current market price. This one is weak here. Okay, and we can see that it actually started here, because you can see we had a drop-based rally, first reaction, and so on. Okay, so we should expect the price to continue dropping further, so we should expect a weak USDZAR in the coming time. Okay, so for the fact that we confirm that USDZAR on the monthly and the weekly time frame is bearish, then we can go to our daily time frame. So on our daily time frame, all we have to do is look for a fresh daily supply zone. You have to look for a fresh daily supply zone. So as you can see here, I was using some of the basic technical analysis that we use on Ignitive. So I did see that we had a fresh supply zone within this area here, and price rated on it, but I don't think it's likely to hold for a long period. As you can see here, this was a beautiful reaction to this supply zone here, a rally based on supply zone, but I don't think it will hold for a long period. Okay, so as I kept on searching, you see that we had a fresh daily supply zone here, which had a once-off reaction. Okay, so this was the second reaction actually. So as you can see here, this was a drop-based drop supply zone, or we can say that it's a rally-based drop supply zone, and the price came to react to it on the for the first time here, and this was the second reaction. So as I kept refining the zone, I ended up let me make this visible. I ended up finding this drop base drop above this rally base drop supply zone here. So I'm anticipating the price to continue going further upwards a little bit, then it start dropping from this drop base drop supply zone there. If it continues going down from this supply zone here, then we'll have to look for another fresh daily supply zone, then we can refine it and spot our sell opportunity there. But for now, we'll be focusing on this drop base drop for our supply zone, as you can see here. Okay, let me delete this daily supply zone here so that you can see properly. So if ever price breaks this supply zone here, then we expect the price to come and react to this supply zone here. As you can see, we also have a compression here. Okay, then we can see that we have a fake out here on this area. Okay, yeah, so that's my analysis on USDZAR. So expect the price to drop on USDZAR. Then the second pair that we'll check is GBPUSD. So GBPUSD, we'll firstly start on the monthly time frame. As I always say, always perform top-down analysis so that you can understand the overall trend, so that you can know whether you should be bearish or you should be bullish. So on GBPUSD, currently we're on the monthly time frame. Then we'll check where the price is currently rejecting from. So as you can see here, the price is currently rejecting from this monthly supply zone here on the monthly time frame. As you can see, this bullish candle has been rejecting to the downward side due to this monthly supply zone here. Okay, we can change our thoughts on it whenever the price approaches this monthly demand zone here. Okay, that's when we can see that GBPUSD we anticipate it to be bullish, but for now we are bearish due to the fact that price is rejecting from this monthly supply zone here. So on the weekly time frame, we can also say that the price is rejecting from a weekly supply zone. As you can see here, it's a rally based drop supply zone with a significant bearish move. The price came to react on it, then it started dropping. Okay, so we should expect the price to maybe engulf this bullish candle. So we can see that GBPUSD is currently bearish, it's dropping due to the fact that price is rejecting from a monthly supply zone and it's currently rejecting from a weekly supply zone. So of which means we'll have to look for a fresh daily supply zone on the daily time frame. So the first daily supply zone that I found closer to the current market price on my left side is this rally based drop supply zone here on the daily time frame. Then let me do this. So when I refined it, I found my zone here on this area within our daily supply zone. Let me show you. So I know some of you guys you were taught in the conventional textbooks or YouTube videos, no disrespect to any YouTuber or trader, but you were taught that whenever you see a significant move on the chart, you should pick the candle that comes before it. So as you can see here, we do have a very beautiful engulf here, but it doesn't mean that it's our supply zone. Okay, my number one reason could be the risk size, because our aim is to get low risk and high reward trades. So if the risk size is a lot, then we cannot pick it as our zone. Okay, the aim is to get low risk and high reward zone. So as I kept refining, let me check. I think I found my zone here on the 2 hour time frame. Yes, so this is where I find my zone. As you can see, it's a very beautiful engulf here with a low risk zone size. As you can see, it's 11.5 pips So which means whenever you place your trade here, then you place your stop loss around this area here, then you can preserve your capital properly. If you risk maybe 1% or 0.50% of your account, it depends on your risk appetite. Okay, but most of the time I say if you are more advanced with supply and demand, then if you find a proper zone, a low risk and high reward zone, then you can risk 1%. But if you are still backtesting, learning, then they're still trying to grasp the method, then you can risk 0.50%. Okay, yeah, risk what you are willing to afford to lose. So this is the supply zone that I found on GBPUSD. As you can see, it's a low risk zone with 11.5 pips. It's within our daily supply zone. Okay, so we should expect the GBPUSD to drop from this area here. Then we can also see that the price just engulfed this significant demand here. So the reason why price engulfed this significant demand is because of this fresh supply zone here within our daily supply zone. Then we can also see that it also engulfed this significant demand here. Okay, as you can see, it's a very strong supply zone. Like, there are so many reasons that you can pick out here to say why this is a supply zone. You can also say that let me check. Yeah, eating off. You can say that this is a QML. Okay, even though it doesn't look like the usual ones that we are used to, but it's a QML. As you can see, this was our high. There's the last high before the higher high. Then we had our higher high here. Then we had our low here. And this is the lower low. As the price currently engulfed this low here, it's our lower low. So we should expect the price to approach our zone with a compression. With the compression forming highs and higher lows. Okay, so you should expect the price to approach our zone with the compression. As usual, these patterns repeat themselves usually. So that's our QML here. As you can see, let me confirm it for you guys. It did engulf. As you can see, it did engulf this low here. So it's a QML. It's high, higher high, low, and lower low. Okay, as you can see, it's in alignment with our supply zone. As you can see, it doesn't have to be straight here, but you can see it's in alignment with our supply zone. So you can move on to the next pair. Make sure you minimize your risk. And GBPNZD. So GBPNZD, we are also gonna perform top-down analysis here. As you can see, I'm starting on the monthly time frame. So on the monthly time frame, you can see that the price is currently rejecting from this monthly supply zone here. As you can see, we had a rally based drop supply zone. This was the first reaction, this was the second reaction, and the price kept on piercing within our zone. Then you can see it's currently dropping off, which means it found a fresh supply zone around this area here, maybe on the weekly or the daily time frame, but we'll confirm on the weekly and the daily time frame. So as you can see, the price just engulfed out of this bullish candle here. Those are the signals you should be aware of also, guys. Okay, especially when using supply and demand. So this is the engulf that we had currently on the monthly time frame, which gives us a signal of strong bearish movement. Okay, so we can see that GBPNZD is currently bearish on the monthly time frame up until price approaches this monthly demand here. Then that's when we can change our thoughts, but for now it's bearish. As you can see, that's our monthly demand zone here around this area with a significant bullish move. Okay, so we can go to our weekly time frame. So on our weekly time frame, we can confirm that price is rejecting from a weekly supply zone. As you can see, we had a drop-based drop here. We can call it a rally-based drop if we refine it on the daily or the 4-hour time frame. So it's a drop-based drop, as you can see, with a very beautiful significant bearish move here, and the price did react to it 1, 2, 3 times. Okay, so we can see that GBPNZD is really bearish on the weekly time frame and on the monthly time frame. So we can change our thoughts on the weekly time frame if price approaches this weekly demand zone here, which is within our monthly demand zone. You can see that this is a zone within a zone, but usually always follow the zones on the higher time frames, because those are the ones that have higher frequency of making turns in prices. Like today, the price can reject from a monthly time frame, monthly demand zone. Tomorrow it can reject from a monthly supply zone. Like that's how price moves. Hence why I always keep track of this pairs every day whenever I analyze, at least before the London session open, okay, or the night before. Okay, so GBPNZD is bearish. Then we'll go to our daily time frame. So on our daily time frame, I had to look for a fresh daily supply zone. So I firstly looked within this one. There are rules that we apply for us to determine why this is a supply zone. Okay, but I will share them as time goes by. So I had to refine this supply zone here, this first supply zone here. So like guys, whenever you select your supply zones, this is not the only one that we have. Let me delete these yellow boxes so that we can see clearly. So this is our monthly supply zone, our weekly supply zone. So this is our first daily supply zone. So I had to refine it on the smaller time frame to find the low risk and high reward zone. Okay. As you can see here. So this is not the only supply zone that we have. Like I said, you can consider this as your second option. You will determine which one is high probable whenever refining your zones. You know how to refine your zones, guys, using the supply and demand rules and so on. Okay, so this is the first demand that we have, or this is the second demand that we have. Okay, you can refine both of them. So I kept refining the zone on the smaller time frames, and I ended up finding our zone. Let me check. Yeah, this is where I found it on the 45 minutes time frame. As you can see, we have a very beautiful supply zone with a significant bearish move. Yeah, on the 45 minutes time frame, it's within our daily supply zone, as you can see. Let me delete it. So let me check the risk size. As you can see, the risk size is 16 pips, of which means it's low risk. It's 16 pips, 16.7 pips, approximately 17 pips. So even if you risk 1% or 0.50% of your account, you are safe here. You are not likely to lose your whole capital. Okay, let us go to the next pair. You can also have so many reasons why you are picking your GBPNZD zone here. Let me check. You can see that the price will be retracing back to the supply zone here due to the significant demand here. Let me mark this one alone. Due to the significant demand, as you can see, the price just engulfed this significant demand, so which means it should form a swap zone here around this area here, whereby this demand is turning to supply. Okay, up until the price drops to this monthly demand zone here. Sorry. So let us move on to the next pair. We can also check for QML levels. Yeah, here is your QML here. The reason why I say it's a QML is because, as you can see, this is our high. This is our high, our last high before the higher high. Okay, that's how you determine them. Higher high, then we have our low here. Then this is the lower low probably, if price do returns there. So as you can see, there's our QML, guys. You can also say that this is a key level area. This is a key level area. As you can see, it's price action, guys. You can read this by yourself. So as you can see, this level here has so many multiple reactions. If you have to read its history, usually check on the 4-hour time frames whenever spotting your key level. As you can see here, it's a key level area, a very beautiful one. So take note of such levels. As you can see, it's in line with our supply zone here and also our QML. Okay, so which means this is the maximum pain level. So that's our supply zone on GBPNZD. Thank you. Let us go to the next pair, EURCAD. Is it? So EURCAD, as you can see, we're on the monthly time frame. We are performing the top-down analysis as usual. So EURCAD, you can see that it's currently rejecting from a monthly demand zone here. As you can see, we had a drop-based rally demand zone and the price break out of it. Then this was the first reaction. Then it kept on piercing within our zone and it started rallying from this level here. As you can see, we can also say that it's rejecting from this one too. So we can see that EURCAD, it's currently bullish due to the fact that it's rejecting from this monthly demand zone here, and it's currently within this monthly supply zone, but the price is not likely to hold this monthly supply zone, maybe unless if we have a fresh supply zone around this week here, which is what usually happens. But for now, we cannot say that it's very strong or likely to hold the price for a long period, because as you can see, this zone is weak due to multiple reactions. Like I said, price spent too much time here. As you can see, this was our first reaction, second reaction, third reaction, fourth, and so on. Okay, so but for now, we will say that EURCAD it's bullish. Let us go to our weekly time frame and check. So on our weekly time frame, we can see that the price is currently bullish on the weekly time frame due to the fact that it's rejecting from this hidden weekly demand zone here. As you can see here, the price made a certain activity here, which we'll see on the daily time frame. There is an activity that occurred here, which are usually hidden. Okay, hence why I call these hidden zones, because whenever we mark our supply and demand zones, we usually expect to be opposing zone. If it's a demand zone, we expect this base candle to be a bearish candle, but if it's on the higher time frames, it's a different case, eh? Yeah, if it's on the higher time frames, it's a different case compared to the smaller time frames. So as you can see here, it's a weekly demand zone with a significant bullish move here, and the price came to react to it for the first time, second reaction, third reaction, fourth reaction. Okay, and you can see that the price is about to engulf this weekly supply zone here. It actually engulfed. Okay, as you can see, we had a significant supply zone here. We had a significant supply zone here, strong bearish move, first reaction, second reaction, and the price just engulfed this weekly supply zone here. Some of you call it breakout structure. Yeah, there are so many concepts, man. Yeah, so we can say that EURCAD is currently bullish, so we can go to our daily time frame. So on our daily time frame, we have to look for a fresh daily supply zone. You have to look for a fresh daily supply zone and refine it. So the one that I found is this, sorry, not supply zone, guys, my apologies, demand zone, first daily demand zone. First daily demand zone. So as you can see, this is the demand zone that I found. Is a drop based rally demand zone with the rally based rally within it. Then I had to refine it on a smaller time frames, and this is what I found. I found our zone on the 1 hour time frame. As you can see, it's a rally based rally demand zone here with a significant bullish move away from our zone, and you can see that we have a fake out here, or we can say that it's a compression. Okay, you can see that it's a compression, so we should expect some sort of a zero float entry from the zone here. Okay, I don't think the price will hold on to this demand zone here, this rally based rally demand zone. As you can see, the price has already spent too much time here, and you can see that there are multiple reactions, so the price is not likely to hold here. Okay, it's not fresh. Okay, so let us check the risk size here. It's 12 pips, 12.2 pips, approximately 13 pips, which gives us a low risk entry, guys. Okay, you can see. Then compared to this one, how much is it? Approximately 15 pips. Okay, cool. But we are not focusing on this one. And my other reason we are not focusing on this one is the risk reward. Let us check the risk reward. Always be aware of your risk reward ratios, because our minimum risk reward ratio at Ignitive is 1:3. Okay, so as you can see here, it's approximately 1:2 risk reward ratio. If you had to take our demand zone here and set our take profit around this area here, which gives us a high risk, so you cannot risk 1 for 2. Okay, so that's our zone on the EURCAD. We can also say that the reason why we say this is a significant demand zone is because of significant supply here. Okay, as you can see, it's the reason why price broke out of the supply zone here, which we might find on the smaller time frames. Very fine. Let me check this side on the left. Yeah, as you can see, this is where it all started. Always look on your left, always look on your left. So as you can see, that's our significant supply zone here. This was the first reaction, second reaction, third reaction. So you can see the price did engulf out of this significant supply. You can see that the reason why is because of this demand zone here, which is within a daily demand zone. So always respect the higher time frame zones, guys. Always make sure that your zone is within a higher time frame. What I mean by the higher time frame, I mean the monthly, the weekly, and the daily. Okay, so let us go to the next pair. You can also look for other things, other patterns. You can see that QMTR here, or failed QML. As you can see, we have a failed QML here. You can also trade the failed QML. As you can see, it's in alignment with our zone. You can see failed QML. The reason why I say that it's a failed QML, you can see this was the high, higher high, the low, and lower low, and the price fell to respect the QML here with the supply zone. As you can see, we have the supply zone in line with our QML. Okay, you can also see that it's an MPL, maximum pin level. Okay, yeah, let's go to the next pair. GBPCAD. Let me firstly go to EURUSD. So EURUSD on the monthly time frame, you can see that it's currently rejecting from a monthly supply zone. Here, as you can see, it's a supply zone with a significant move away from the zone, and you can see the price just reacted to this monthly supply zone here. It's rejecting to the downward side, so we can see that EURUSD is currently bearish, and you can also confirm it here too, that the price is really rejecting from a monthly supply zone. As you can see, we had a rally based drop supply zone here with a very beautiful significant bearish move, and this was the first reaction, second reaction. Okay, and the price formed another new supply zone here, and as you can see, it's rejecting from it. So we can go to our weekly time frame. On our weekly time frame, we can see that the price is rejecting from a weekly supply zone here. As you can see, it's rejecting from a weekly supply zone. Because you have a bearish move, then we can go to the daily time frame. So on the daily time frame, we can see that we have a rally based drop supply zone here, as we had to look for a fresh daily supply zone. So you can see that we have a fresh daily supply zone here. Let me delete this weekly. So as you can see, it's a rally based drop supply zone, and as I refined it, I found our zone. You cannot pick this as your supply zone due to the high risk size. Okay, due to the high risk size, our aim is to get low risk and high reward zones. So as you can see, that's where I found our zone on the 2-hour time frame. It's about 12 pips. Okay, 12 pips. As you can see, it's a supply zone with a significant bearish move. We have a QML here. It's always there, the QML, man. The pattern. There are so many things that are there. I will share them as time goes by. There are so many patterns that you can recognize to confluence your analysis. Okay, so you can see this is our QML. This is the higher high. And this is the low. And this is the lower low. So as you can see, the price is currently approaching our zone and it's consolidating, which is giving us a signal of compression. So whenever you see the price approaching your zone with a compression, that's when you know that it's likely to give you a zero float entry, okay, a low risk entry. Then we can also say that this supply zone here is the reason why this significant demand has been violated by the price. As you can see here, we had a significant demand zone here with multiple reactions, and the price broke out of it, or it engulfed out of this significant demand. So this supply here is the reason why. Okay, last page, GBPCAD. Let me not waste time. I have to study. So on GBPCAD, as you can see, guys, this one is a bit complicated, but yeah, let us go through it. So as you can see, GBPCAD is currently rejecting from the supply zone here. I know Monday that I said the price is not likely to hold this supply zone here due to multiple reactions. Okay, so which means this bearish move here might not be long term. Then as you can also see that it's currently rejecting to the upward side because of this demand zone here, but this demand zone, it's not that much stronger, but we'll see. Okay, so on the monthly time frame, as you can see, it's currently bearish GBPCAD, this candle. Then we can see that on the weekly time frame, you can see that it's currently rejecting from a weekly supply zone. That's why I said that it's bearish, and so I confirmed it by myself that it's bearish due to the fact that it's within a monthly supply, and you can see that it's rejecting from a weekly supply zone. Up until the price approaches this weekly demand zone, then we can change our thoughts. Hence why I say that this might not be long term, might be for a short period. So this might occur. The price will react to this weekly demand zone and continue going up. Okay, so the price is currently rejecting from a weekly supply, which means we can go to our daily time frame to look for sell opportunities. So on the daily time frame, you can see that we do have a fresh daily supply zone here, closer to our current market price. As you can see, it's a rally based drop supply zone here. It engulfed out of this bullish candle. Okay, and you can see that the price is rejecting from a daily supply zone here also. Okay, so as I refined our zone, I found it here. Yeah, I found it on the 50 minutes time frame. As you can see here on our 50 minutes time frame, we have a 13.1 pips. Okay, risk zone. Okay, so as you can see, it's a low risk zone with a significant bearish move away from our price. Then we do have a QML here. Like I said, it's always there. Okay, it's always there. We have our higher high, we have our high here, our low, then this is our lower low. As you can see, the price already formed the compression here during the approach of our zone. It might still form another compression when approaching. As you can see, we do have a compression here, and this is our lower low, our high, higher high, and this is our supply zone in alignment with our QML. We do have another QML here. Okay, so that's our supply zone on GBPCAD. As you can see, it looks so beautiful for a supply zone. Okay, so thank you so for watching the videos, guys. Please do subscribe, like the video, and also share with others who also want to learn supply and demand strategy. I'll keep sharing more information with you guys. There are so many patterns that I want to teach, so many approaches that I want to teach. There are also scalping strategies. There are also more day trading methods that you can use. So many approaches of your choice. It all depends on what you like. Okay, but my aim here is to preach more about low risk and high reward zones on supply and demand, because that is what they usually don't talk about. Okay, so thank you for watching, guys. I don't know in so many ways. I'm still not good with this, but I will get better with time. I will improve. Please do support me and subscribe, like, share with your friends. Okay, thank you. See you again in the next video.